Okay. I go for my. Just gonna reload. There it is. Copy the link. Mute myself. Pop out the chat. And go to here and paste. I just need to make sure it's not using the same thing as last time. Edit video. Do I still get my pop-up? I still get my pop-up. Right. Yeah, okay, it's using a default timeline or default thumbnail. Nice. I need to change that the rig is a custom rig. I don't do skin requests anymore because I use a different rig now. Save. Boom. Okay. Oh, so much people are here. Already 5 people. This is insane. Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on wherever you guys are. Hello Cloudy, hello Imade Michael Osagi. Welcome to the stream. Let me just put this on full screen so there's no black bars on the bottom. Yep, that's good. Hello Mia Flores. Welcome to the stream. Hey guys, I'm gonna be doing a short animation practice session here. I already have like the main layout done. This is gonna be completely unrelated to anything I'm currently making. This is just a thing I'm doing on the side. So anyway, yeah, let me show you guys what I have right now. And yeah, that's a short animation we're going to be making today. The main points will be just to focus on secondary motion. So, because we have like all of the basic movements down, but now we need to put all of the stuff like hair movements, maybe some slight arm movements as she moves. And also, this character doesn't have any, like, besides the walk, she doesn't actually do anything. So, we're going to have her react to everything she's doing as well. And yeah, that is the goal for today's stream. This is also originally supposed to be like lighting practice. So I've already done the lighting. Right here. Since I was done with the lighting, I was like, I might as well make an animation to go with it. So this is the animation. Why do you use the dope sheet to animate in comparison with the timeline? Mostly because why did I do that again? So if I go into the timeline, is there anything different? Nothing really different. I think it's just I just do. I think it's just what's it called? It just happened. I don't think is there any difference? I know there's a difference actually. There has to be a difference because why else would you have the dope sheet? Okay, well, I guess it just has more settings, right? I'm not actually sure. It doesn't really make a difference. I just have the timeline here, and then I have the dope sheet here. So if I need to use the timeline, I can use the timeline. But yeah, I mean, dope sheet is primarily for animating, and you can also switch between the different kinds of things. So if I want to do grease pencil, which I will be doing for the mouth movements, I don't think I can do that in the timeline because I don't think grease pencil will be shown. So for example, if I go here and click on draw mode, it does show. My bad. I don't know. Good question. No answer. It's just kind of random. I just happened to choose it. Que bonito lo que decere. Sadly, I do not speak that language. It might be Spanish, but I do not speak it. But thanks. I would translate it, but I can't highlight that for some reason right now. Anyway, so let's start. I'm just gonna do some random mouth shapes for now. Let's go draw mode, and I want to go into this. Can I? Yes, I can. All right, nice. Let's start something up. Get my pen ready. Hmm. See what this looks like. Okay, I kind of want to match it with the head movements. So when she goes down is when the mouth closes. There's a cool thing you can do is you can animate this using the usual scale. So I don't have to repeat the drawing. That is very useful. How do I say our mouth is kind of open? Is some oh, what if I do subdivide? Let's turn off subdivide. I do thickness, so I make it all uniform and lower the thickness. This way my terrible drawing skills doesn't impact the line quality. Uh, are you using the sky texture for the world lighting? Yes, indeed I am. It's extremely simple. It's comical how easy it is to make this kind of lighting. Let's turn this on. All right, so I guess I'll just show it to you real quick. So turn off the compositor because that's not important right now. So this is what the lighting looks like on its own. And it's literally just the shader editor world. It's just this. This is it. This is the lighting. It's not that difficult. Sky texture, 6,000 altitude, change the location of the sun, decrease the sun disk from the default to like 3.3. And yeah, that's my sky. And then the magic actually happens in the compositor. So the compositor does this, right? And if I go to compositor here, you can see there's a bit of stuff in here. There's a bit of stuff. Some of it doesn't really do anything. Like this. This doesn't really do much besides make this like slightly red, but I guess I can walk you through it. So we have the main image here. This is the main image. The one that actually you see goes into here. So it connects to this add node. This add node is basically what is it called? Bloom. Sorry. Yeah, Bloom. Hello, Prismarine. Welcome to the stream. I'm currently explaining some lighting things I do. So yeah, first things first, I add Bloom. The way I do this is I take this is an emission pass. I'll show you what an emission pass does. Pause it. Pause it. Right? So if I go and take the emission pass, this just takes every... Shoot, you can't see it. Okay. Well, that's annoying. So there we go. Yeah. So the emission pass takes all of the glowing or emissive materials in the scene. And I have quite a few. I have the lanterns and her eyes and the second character's eye sparkle. Yes, this is for the weekly practice indeed. I'm just like streaming the animation because why not? Alright, so with that done, after that, we then move on to here. This does a lot of things. Don't get it's just quite a bit of stuff here, but it's not that complicated. I'm just gonna bring the composite mode over here. So what this does is it takes the actual image, turns it into black and white, and then it blurs it, right? And then puts it to a color ramp to intensify it. So we have a bit more dark places. Then we have a multiply, which kind of just makes everything bright, or makes the bright parts bright. And then I use this over here to brighten up some of these areas. So if I go and connect the actual raw render, you can see it's kind of fine. And then when I add this in, boom, it kind of glows around, right? And the other connection here, this connection, is simply just the actual image but blurred. So that's what this is. So it's basically I'm adding this image to the base image using this image as a mask. So all the bright parts will get glowing effects and all dark parts will not. I use this in tandem with the bloom, because the bloom focuses on the glowing parts. So the eyes, I want extra brightness. So that's why I have a specific setup for bloom and then another setup for just the general glow of the scene. And then after that, now we have the magic nodes. This is what makes things look nice. Boom. Right, so I have two setups. One that's a little bit washed out, if I want it to be not intense, and then I have an intense version right here. It's pretty simple. Two exposure nodes, and what these do is, well, technically one exposure node. Depends on which one I use, right? So this is the base image. It's very bright. What I do is I feed it to an exposure node, and it just lowers down the lightness so I can, see the colors. Because if we just kept it here, everything just looks whitewashed. So doing this lowers the colors for me, and then I put it through an RGB curve, and this does all of the actual color correction. And now after all of the colors are done, I then brighten the image up again with another exposure. That's the first setup. The second setup is the exact same thing, except instead of brightening it up at the end, I just make sure that the exposure is perfect. So this is the amount of exposure I want, right? Where here I kind of just overshot it until it's dark enough so I can see a lot of colors. Here I kind of, you can say, reverse engineered the exposure. And then I connected these two are the same RGB curves, by the way. Just like a slight difference because this one has because of the exposure here. So this is slightly lower than this one, for example, but it's pretty much the same. Like everything else is the same here. Right? And then, yeah. That's how we get this. It looks difficult? No, it's not that difficult. Look, I'll give you a tip. If you want super basic color correction, let's go RGB curve here. Bring in this. Right. So here's the base image. Oops. Here's the base image, right? So super simple. All you gotta do is two control points. One here, one here. Move this one lower. Not too low. And move this one higher. Okay, and then before that, you need to get an exposure. Lower the exposure down. Done. You have, oh shoot, you have the, this is it. That is color correction. Right, so this was like, a little too white. Now you have more definition. Now the quote-unquote hard part is, what do you want it to feel like? What's the emotion, right? So if, let's say if you want it to be kind of calm, you'd probably want a blue tint. So you just increase blue slightly. And then you can see like there's a tiny bit of blue in the back, right? And then if I wanna, how do I delete this? Oh, no, not that. I want to delete. Right, so this is default. If you add more blue, it becomes like that, I guess. If you remove the blue, it becomes a bit more green. So I guess it would depend on really what's the area you're around. So like if, for example, if you're near a forest, then this would technically look more green, so this would work. And then if you want to be like, I don't know, more red, you can make it more red. You can make it purple as well if you just combine red and blue. Right, so this is the basics of color correction that I know, right? Green is usually I don't mess with the green because green is kind of weird. But yeah, you can do a bunch of things. You can make a bunch. If you tweaking it too much will almost always make it look bad. So don't tweak it too much. Always tweak it slightly, and it's mostly just like a what's it called? Trial and error, right? So you'll eventually find the kind of colors you like. Sometimes another tip is sometimes just lowering the saturation also just makes an image look really nice. So just slightly lowering it is good too. So if I were to go, it's a slight touch, but I do like it. I'm not gonna do that for now though. I'm gonna go back to the animation. All right. Okay, we got some new people in chat. Hello Kanao, hello Narendra, and hello Leonid. Welcome to the stream, guys. I'm gonna be animating mostly today. That lighting tutorial was just a side rant. Apologies. Right. So let's keep on doing the mouth move. The cool thing is with this kind of not this kind of lip sync, but like if you're not animating it smoothly, you do not have to be exact with your mouth shapes because you skip so much frames that you'll just have to guess. So what she's trying to say here is, what flavor of ice cream do you like? And I don't think you can actually, there is not enough syllables for me to put all of the keyframes, or sorry, there's not enough keyframes for me to put all of the syllables in, but that doesn't matter. Because one, she's moving, so you don't actually focus on her mouth too much. And two, because I'm skipping so much frames, you have to find out what she's saying on your own through either subtitles or the voiceover, which both will be there. And then, yeah. Hello, Lucas. Welcome to the stream. Okay. It's going to be a slight falter in her facial expression as she slips. There you go. And since you can't see her anymore, this doesn't matter. Oops. Shoot. There we go. I need to be a little closer to the camp. Okay, same shape, just... Okay, I can't do this. I have to do this in edit mode. Let's turn this on so I can see. This is the nice thing about Grease Pencil. You can animate in 2D, but edit it in 3D. So nice. Okay, and then here, lower you down a little bit. Okay, where's turn this off? Don't. Yo, hello, Kroshki. Welcome to the stream. Hope you have a nice day. We're currently animating a short animation. Are you using the new 4.4? No, I don't think I'll upgrade to 4.4 or anything along that. I'm currently going to be sticking with 4.3 for the foreseeable future because 4.4 has removed a very, very useful bug that I take advantage of. Let me show you. So if you look over here, right? Notice how we have the only show selected option on, but we can see all of these keyframes, right? Excuse me. So we can see all of these keyframes, which is like, you know, technically speaking, you shouldn't be able to see it because I didn't select those bones. So like those are different bones, right? Here. So it technically kind of works to begin with, because like if I click on the hip, only the hip is shown here. But still, there's a summary of everything, and some people found that annoying. I really need this. I really need this because when you're animating on twos, or not on twos really, when you're animating in this style, when you're doing blocking, right? You usually want to make sure that the animation is they're all animated on the same frame. So like for example, if I move the body, I want the body to move in the same frame that the head is moving. I don't want the head to move in a different like frame. Because for example, if I move this, if I offset everything by one frame here, right? Watch how weird it looks. See, it's not supposed to look like that, right? Now, because of this reason, I like to have these keyframes visible. But recently, in 4.4 and in 4.5 and in 5.0, they've made it so that when you select the only show selected option, you will literally only see the keyframe you selected. You will not see a frame. You will not see like a summary of everything, which I really, really dislike. You know, that's why I'm still in 4.3. But that's just me though, and eventually I'll have to switch, or I might like ask someone to help me code like a Blender add-on that re-enables that bug. You know. you go. All right, that's one of the lip syncs done. Take a look at it. Cool. All right, now let's move on to secondary animation for. Let's start off with the easy one. So go into our collections. I'm going to turn everything off except for. All right, so it's in face. No. Where is this? Where is this located in? There. Here we go. Extras in here. So I'm just going to make it so that only the hair is visible. How long did you do this animation? Well, I started today. Wait, no. Did I start today? Yeah, I started. I literally started today. I did it. When did I start animating this? Let me just double check. So if I go to Discord and in our group, I sent the preview at 5:17. So at 5:17, and I finished editing that other video at 2. I'd say 5 hours, right? It took 5 hours. You work really fast? Maybe I do. I'm unemployed. I don't have much to do, right? And I've already had the idea in my head, right? And it's not that, I mean, it's not that difficult, right? Like this, he's just walking in a straight line. So what I did was I made 8 keyframes and I duplicated and then moved it forward and I moved the root. So this is a simple animation. This one, I guess this one was a little bit more complicated, right? But her arms don't move, so it's like much easier. Leg plus torso animations are really, really, I would say, the easiest part of character animation. Arms are, oh my god, I hate arms. Arms are the worst part. So if I don't have to animate the arms, it's okay. And also it's choppy, so it's much easier than doing it in spline. Alright, anyway, back to business. Let's start working on the easy part, which is this hair. So I'm gonna hide this part as well. Let's start. So from here, let's start from here. I need to have a copy of this one as well. This is already posed pretty well. So let's undo a bunch of stuff. Okay, move this down a bit. Up. And this will be the base pose. Like this. Okay. Hair is ready to be animated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This part is not too important because it's so far that you won't even see it. Here is where it starts getting important. Okay, so let's note that she's leaning forward, so she's kind of speeding up, you can say. Because she's speeding up, we need this to drag behind, because it's lagging behind her. 1, 2, 1, 2. A bit to the right as well. 2. Is this connected to anything? Let me just double check. 1, 2. Oh, there's this. Yeah. For this, you're supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be like this. And we make everything constant. There we go. Okay, this is a little much, I think. Three and whoa, this is a really strong move here. Yeah, and here. Since the hair goes from there, we'd want it to go like this. So that's where the hair will be. Okay, maybe, and yeah, it goes upwards because her head's going down, and then it goes down when her head goes up because it's following her hair, but with an offset. Then her hair swings this direction. Take this piece, move it down because it's interfering a little bit. Swing this piece forward, this piece as well. 2. Put more power on the strand on the side, and then we swing backwards again. So let's see what it looks like right now. Okay, it doesn't matter because this we can't even see this happening so far. Okay. Okay, let's just focus on the top first, actually. Started pretty good, actually. We can make it rigid. Add some sort of movement here, or else it'll look like it's stuck. Like this is good enough. I don't even need to do the secondary hair movements, but I will practice. Right, have her hair follow from behind. Okay, and then we swing. 3. Usually want to avoid animating on ones possible. Get up, 2. Sleep the swing it down. Down. Actually, this part. Forward, shift B, control shift E, and here is basically done. Let's say this is done. That was kind of fast though. Right here, this is really fast. Let's slow it down a bit. How far did this go? Can you make an intro for me? Sadly, I have retired from making intros. I apologize. Unless you pay me $100, then maybe I'll come back. But no, I don't make intros anymore. Not because I don't like it, but because I'm working on a big film. And even if I finish that film, I probably still won't come back to making intros, because then I would make episode 2 of that film, then episode 3, 4, 5 until I'm done. But yeah, sadly I don't make intros anymore. Perfect. That's nice. Now, all I gotta do is remove this one, and I animate these. Now this is kind of easy because we already know how this moves, and we just make it move 1 frame slower than whatever the top one is moving, or however the top one is moving. This one, move it down because I don't want to intersect. Still intersecting this line, so I'm gonna move this even further lower. Okay, I don't know what that does, but... Whoa. Oh, there you go. Thought I lost thing. Okay, here's something I noticed. You are rotating super fast here. So let's just correct that. So because I want to see the hair. Okay, let's not see this. Let's hide these because I don't want the hair to disappear behind him. Oh, I'll touch. That's the name. I want to animate that, man. There we go. This is the main bone. Okay, here is where you're kind of being annoying, so I'm going to remove your keyframes. Have an in between here as well. And yeah, you're being the problem again, so I'm going to delete you. 3, 2, I guess. This as well. And here is where the next one. This is where the next one is important. I'm also noticing that you, what the hell are you? Where are you going? Okay, so here, you're supposed to go like 3, go even lower. Don't notice, don't mind this. This is just me trying to correct for something. Actually, now that I think about it, what's even the point of correcting for that? Let me just fix that real quick. Okay. Back in business. Okay, one thing is I want to copy this because I might get lazy and just not animate this, but let's hope I don't because I need the practice. Okay, so here. Where did you find this music? This is from ReZero. ReZero, Season 1, Soundtrack 7. What's it called? It's called The Walking Path of Whistles and Creation. No problem. Okay, now here is an issue. We need to control this. 2, 3. Or deselect this. Yeah. Okay. It's getting a little difficult to select, so I'm gonna go here. Okay, here's an annoying part. We have to. This is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here. Ooh. And you're technically not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to go here and then here. That's how you're supposed to be. Okay, top one. Down like this. Take advantage of the location. Let's move me here. Is it you? Oh. There we go. Three. Again, and everything is fine. There we go. Should be fine now. Hello, my YBN. Welcome to the stream. We're currently doing a small animation practice. In a castle, you'd say. We're focusing on secondary motion today. Yeah, I think that's good. It could be better, but my hair rig is terrible. I'm gonna improve it later, but that's a video for another day. Okay, and once it's out of the screen, I don't care about it. Nice. Okay, that is the second thing. That's the first part of the hair done. Now we have to focus on the front hair, which it's not gonna be that difficult. Follow the same process. Let me turn on this. And also it's really lagging. I'm gonna turn that off. Is this because of this? It's probably because of this. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Next is the other hair. So let's go and select this. Alt H. I'm gonna select all of the back hair, hide it because I finished animating you, and now we just focus on this. This is much easier to it would be much easier to animate if I set the bone rules correctly, which I did not. I'm gonna have to quickly ask. Just gonna quickly tag ping entertainer. Also, someone sent me a WhatsApp message. Who's this? Are you going on Saturday to the graduation? What's in it? What's in it for me? Oh, sorry. Convinced me. There we go. I need to ask entertainer. Help. And entertainer. Is it possible to... And actually, no, before I ask him, I should probably try it out for myself first. I don't want to be that guy. I have the same vibe about my graduation. Oh, and, here's this thing. It's not my graduation. I made a video for my, because I'm unemployed. I finished high school. I finished college. I recently went back to my high school just to chill out, and I proposed the idea of making a video for them. It was under the pretense. The reason I did that was because I wanted to infiltrate into the school during school time, so I can just hang around school, which I did for like 4 days. Well, no, I can just go to school anytime I want now, actually, and they'll let me for some reason. But the cost of that was I had to make a video for them. So I made a video. Kind of the vibe of the video was supposed to be connecting the past and the present, all of this cool shit, but it ended up kind of going wrong because I'm a terrible director. And so it turned into just a message from your senior alumni to the current graduating class of 2025. And it's 5 minutes long, and they're inviting me to go to their graduation, which I kind of want to go just to see, my video. But at the same time, I'm like, I could just be animating at home. Like, what the hell? But yeah, that's the thing. All right, now let me check. What is this parented to? These. All right, so let's take all of these pieces of hair and go into our local view. I want to make sure that this has 0 bone rules. So currently it has -54. Let's make it 0. Okay, and it rolls the thing as well. Okay, that is extremely annoying. Shit. 54 roll, right? So this is unrolled now. My next question is, if I should probably just experiment this on this real quick. Let's go and add in an armature. Go all the way here. Add in a cube. Let's rotate the cube so it's not symmetric anymore. Let's give it a armature, not an armature deformation. Deform this armature, and then this is just bone 1. So I'm gonna give it a vertex group. Bone 1. And so here, if I change the roll on this bone right now, will that... Okay, note to self. Objects do not change, or objects do not get deformed if you parent them via armature deformations. So before we can continue animating, this is extremely annoying. But before we continue animating, we need to go and... Okay, so I'm just gonna... We have a keyframe there. Okay, and then now I'm just gonna go Control Alt GRS all the way down. Alright, she's back to normal. And now that she's back to normal, I'm going to unparent all of these. Before I unparent the window, I'm just gonna go click on the hair, and I have to rename all of these hair strands. Luckily, I can just batch rename them. So I'm going to batch rename these, Control F2. Where is it? What is it called? Bones, BB bones, armatures. No, bones. There we go. I want you to set name and new. So if I turn 180, the things I selected would have been the left. Go hair underscore L, and then boom, and then all of these are left hair bones now. Same thing here, hair underscore R, and then here is hair underscore F front. And okay, we've now done that. Next is to unparent these. I should probably unparent all of them. Before I unparent all of them, I need to figure out which one is parented. All of them are parented. Good to know. So these, Alt P. Boom. Now, when I move this, none of them are parented. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select them all again. That's not everything. This is missing. I think we are not missing. We're missing that one, I think. Yeah. Oops. Wait, no, that's fine. Okay. Just need to make sure. Aha. Is that the only one? Nope. We have this and we have this. Alt P. Now that we've done that, we can. Honestly, I can now join these meshes because I don't need them to be together. Before we do anything, I do it like this. I don't like this at all. Let's go for not 2D cursor, individual origins, and just size it slightly down so we don't have that glitching effect. Nice. All right. So now that we have this, what I could do is I could go object by object and do the thing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to select all objects. I'm going to merge them into one object like this. And then I'm going to go Control P, automatic weights. This should be fine, I think. No, it's terrible. Okay, let's undo that. Let's not do that. So here's something I want to do first, actually. I want to... Okay, please stop. There we go. Okay, duplicate this, and this is going to be very specific why I'm doing this. Move this to the side, move this to the side, and go here. Select all of these bones, and then unselect, Control Alt like this, and then delete all of the other bones. Right? And then delete these bones as well, so that only these bones remain. Uh-oh. Can I make sure I can see everything? There are some bones that are not visible. H. I need to see all of these bones, please. I need to delete all of these bones. Mechanical. Everything's on. Oh, hello, AT121. Welcome to the stream. You're currently watching me dismember my rig. But before this, I was animating for a little bit. Okay, and then delete these. And okay, the reason why I'm deleting this, right? The reason why I'm doing this is so now I can do this, Control P, empty groups. And then I go in and delete this anyway. And then I delete this armature. Now what I got here is this. So I have all of the hair, I have all the hair stuff, but I don't have every other bone. If I did it here, for example, let me just save this real quick. If I did it here, right? Control P, empty groups. Look at how much goddamn vertex groups I have to deal with, right? I do not want to deal with this. So let's undo that. Good. Now we have to deal with, now we just need to deal with this. We move this back here. And this would be, I don't know why, but Blender often doesn't work well with the left side of the hair bones. Really? I'm not sure. Are you talking about my rig or just Blender in general? Because I don't tend to see that problem. But let's start simple. With automatic, with automatic weights. Okay, yeah, I know. I almost never use automatic weights, so I don't. Luckily, I don't have that issue. This one is hair L2. L2. Okay, and now when we check this, look at this. It does not move because I have not parented it yet. Don't worry, guys. Armature mode. Aha, now it works. Okay, before I do anything, all of these bones need to have their roll set to 0. You have... Okay, set roll to 0. Is that even correct? No, that's not correct, actually. Because now where do you rotate? You rotate like this. Okay, that is wrong. You should not be rolled like that. You should be rolled like this. I have to manually set the... Thank you very much, Blender. You're very helpful right now. Let's go local. As long as they all go in like a decent direction, I'm okay. Okay, so your roll needs to be 0, guaranteed, right? Okay, your roll is good. This one has a really bad roll. 0. Yep. Oh, good. This one might as well make it 0. This one is making it like... Okay, and then you need to have a roll of 0 as well. So when I rotate you, you rotate... Where are you rotating? No, that's not a good roll. Roll like this. Yeah, much better. Okay, and then this one has a bad roll as well. But I don't know, I can't really see anything. I'm gonna assume it's a good roll. Yep, that's a good roll. Everything else seems to have a good roll. Okay, good. Now that all the rolls are done, I'm going to go back and... Before I do anything, actually. Viewport display, I want to show this front so I know which bones will be connected to which. This is hair L4. So here we have hair L4 assign. Next, this one is whatever this is, hair L3. Hair L3 assign. And I'm assuming this is hair L2. No, this should be hair L. Okay. Let's see which one's connected. Okay, the whole left side is done. Perfect. Next, this one. These will follow this one, which is hair F. So hair F, and then I know that this is hair F1. Okay, cool. Next is this one. Is this hair? This hair R. This is hair R2. This is hair R1. Got it. So hair R. And then this is not this one. This is hair R2, I think. Technically, both of these are hair R2. So this is hair R2. Do we not have hair R1? Oh, we don't have hair R1. Well, good thing. I can just add a new group called hair R1. Cool. And assign it to this one. And now when I animate everything, let's see which one are we missing. We're missing these two. These two should be connected to... I'm actually sure which of these should be connected to. Probably this one, right? So hair F1. Assign. And then when I move this, everything moves perfectly. Good. Nice. I'm not going to save yet because I honestly might have screwed something over. Just double check. Everything is fine and dandy. Let's go down here. Everything is being shown. That's because I turned in front here. Now, if I delete this... Okay, guys, I want to sleep now, so good night. Good night, sir. Hope you have good dreams. Stay enthusiastic and healthy. I thank you very much. I will try my best to stay enthusiastic and healthy. Oh, I noticed another issue. Hi there, you're not supposed to be. You're supposed to follow the head. Can you please follow the head? Control P, keep offset. Boom. Now everything is up here. And I think this should not have screwed up any of my animation. Let's check it out. Hello, Clover. Welcome. Good. Everything is fine. Rig has been restored. Now I can start animating this easily. Here again. And now, all I need to do is just swing it like this. I see an issue, though. It's that this swings outwards. I need you to swing inwards, actually. Can we just fix that real quick? turn the roll to go this way, so kind of swings backwards. And the reason we do this is because if it swings backwards, it will never like intersect like this, because this strand must always be behind this strand. That's why that's how I designed it. Do you use reference for animation for this animation? No, this is all in my head. This was like an idea I thought of. I usually reference. You should always use references when you can, but references are, for me at least, I only use references when I don't know how to do the animation, right? So for this, I had a really good idea of how I wanted to do it, so I did it anyway. If I failed, I would then need to use a reference. Now, a reference can be anything. Usually, when I need a reference, I will so not animate. I will watch myself do it in a mirror, or I'll record myself doing the exact same motion. Sometimes that's impossible. Like, for example, I need to do a backflip. I cannot do a backflip. I'm not athletic enough for that. So then I will watch someone else do a backflip. But yeah, most of the time I don't. I don't. Well, technically speaking, I do, because like the reference is in my head, right? But in Blender, no. Like I rarely use an actual reference on the side. I've used it like maybe like 10 times in the past year. Maybe I'm just built different, but I do highly recommend using references. I think the only reason I don't need it is because I watch so much animations, anime, mostly anime, but like I also watch other animations, and it's just like I have it in my head already, so I kind of just pull it up from my head, and that's where my references come from. Anyway, start here. 2. I just got back from 5 days of vacation. That is so nice. I am currently still in vacation because I'm still unemployed, and I'm gonna be in vacation until I get a job. I guess that's how it works right now. Hello, Hein Dremur. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay. I miss my projects. Indeed, I missed animating too. I was making a school. Okay, when I say school project, it sounds like I'm still in school, but I'm not in school anymore. I was making a project for my high school. I was making a video for them, and it's done now. As always, there was complications. The biggest complication is that when I interviewed these people, because of course I needed like, I interviewed them so they can say stuff. Because like, why would I say stuff? Because like, I'm no longer a student in the school, so if they see me talking, like, who's this kid talking, right? So I had the student council talk instead, and all the teachers as well. The issue is this was like supposed to be a graduation video for like, the 2025 class of TCS. The issue is they kept on not glazing. They kept on plugging the school in. So it was supposed to be about like, oh, congratulations on graduating. Here's some advice, and good luck on your future, right? They went in like, our school tries our best to help students grow. This is the reason why you should enroll your kids in our school. And I'm like, who the hell are you advertising to? This is going to be shown at a graduation, bro. These guys are leaving school. They're not joining school. Like, yeah, because like 50% of my footage was just that, and I'm just like, I can't show this in a graduation video, bro. So originally it was supposed to be 15 minutes. I ended up making a 5-minute video. I sent it to them, and I'm just like, this is what you get. You're not paying me. You can't complain. And then I closed the DMs. Ah. Oh, I see an issue here. Mm. Hi there, why are you moving like this? This is hair right one. Hair right one, remove. Hair left three? Left two, assign. Or remove, actually, I'm not sure which hair this is. This is hair L1. Hair L1 assigned. And I guess remove from all groups. Remove the settings versus from all groups and then put it back on L1. There we go. Now we're good. See. Right, that should be all of the hair stuff done now. I say all of them because she doesn't actually have a hair rig, so I am not going to do her hair animation. I feel like that's slightly offset, is it not? It's because of that. You just move back, I guess. Some of this is annoyingly offset. Oh, wait, no. That fixed it. Right. right, thank you very much, Prismarine, but we're far from over. Next up is eye movements, because I didn't do proper eye movements here. And also, what are you? What is this? Should be facial mechanisms. Turn off the facial mechanism. I want to focus on the eyes, so let's turn the eyes. Okay, whenever she's squishing, she's gonna have her eyes closed. Dude, you know something about the add-on bone physics? Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't use it though. I have to go. Keep it up. All right. See you later. 8121. I hope you have a good day. Good rest of your day. Okay. Or you just animate. Yeah, I animate myself. I don't trust physics. I don't like physics. I used to run physics, but it's too much of a hassle. It's much easier to get on point because it's kind of RNG with physics, you know. Sometimes you have good physics, sometimes you have bad physics. Depends on your settings, and I don't like playing with the settings. It's way too annoying. Which one is this? Right, let me go and check your add visual. Nope, it's actually in mechanisms, lattice mechanisms. You need to just be better, I guess, but I don't know how to make you better. Oh, no, not this one, sorry. This one. How do I make this better? Not you. Can I please get... This is the one, right? Left boolean, right boolean. And they're both booleans. So okay, it's you. Something is wrong here. I do not know what. Like, look at this. This is really annoying. The booleans are overlap threshold. I increase it. Actually starts working again. But it's only slightly. If I make it exact, it's fine. I really don't want to make it exact. Difference. Is there any other way I can make this like slightly better? First, I'm gonna go in here and stretch you out slightly. Doing that. Oh, well, that works. Cool. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Okay, that's done. Next, let's keep going. Okay, here's something I wanna do at specifically this point. Close the eyes. Where's the secondary eye? Here it is. Here. Close them. And after closing them, I want to go here. I want to select the eyelid. Okay, I want to fully close them. Where's the... Here it is. Here it is. Fully close, you guys. And then after that, select the eyelash, the eyebrows. Move it to its own eyebrow collections. Here. And these guys will... This is a little annoying, actually. Oh, hello, Redfi. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. We're currently making a small animation where two people talk about ice cream. That's the animation we're making. Okay. Guess we'll just do it this way. Size 0. Should I make it 0? Size is 0.01. So you can barely see it. What is this? I don't like this. I don't like the look of that. I did not like the look of that. Can we remove that? There we go. Remove that too. And yeah, okay, now all the bins are sharp. So I've removed these. Now the issue with this is I can't actually get them back unless I select them here. Kind of annoying. So let me just go back here. Okay, so this and this. Oh wait, no, it's literally right here. Okay, so I have these now, and I need to. And this is where they return. So I'm just gonna constant do this. Now the reason we do this is because I wanted to do this. Okay, I can actually still see the eyes, which is very problematic. I should not be able to see the eyes. Move you guys to the same collection as is it eyebrows. So characters, Sue, base, eyebrow. Okay, now you're both here. Good, good. Move left eyebrow because I don't need to animate anymore. Select this, size it. I really don't want to size it to 0 because I feel like that'll cause glitches and I do not like glitches. Size 0. Okay, I'm gonna save and I'm gonna render to see if it crashes because last time I tried rendering something for someone, if I have a scale 0 object, it crashes. Do you crash? No, you don't. Perfect. Because you don't crash, I can keep on going. Okay, and then move this aside. And get your eyes back here. Now the reason we do this is because I want to use a custom facial expression, which I cannot do using this. So I'm gonna go and use a different grease pencil. I'm gonna call this eyes. Let's go into draw mode. And right here, this is where it is. Let's increase this a bit. Oops. I want to use this one. A little different color. Oh, it's because this is I want you to be multiplied. Boom. And okay, because of this thickness thing, stable. Oh no, I have to disable. I just need to make sure it's only on mouth layer. So I put it on mouth layer, so it only affects the mouth layer, and I can do whatever I want here. So I go to the eye layer. Whoa, shoot, that's way too large. Huh? Why is it so large? What the hell? What the hell? Okay. Okay, why is the radius so large? The radius is not supposed to be that large. Let me reduce the radius even more. Even more bits. And just make it 0. Okay, and then increase the radius slowly. There we go. Now I can do this. Custom expressions. Okay, and then I unhide her here. This is what it looks like. Now, issue with this is the wrong material. Alright, let's try that again. I'm not gonna make a new material, I'm just gonna make a new vertex paint. What was I gonna do again? Hide this first. I'm going to draw mode, and I'm going to change the material to a dark brown. Yeah, that's a better color. Actually, I should probably just copy whatever this color is. There we go. So start here, like that, start. And ooh, here's a cool thing I can do. I can just, first of all, let's remove these random strands. I'll just take this, duplicate, -1, oh, shoot, size -1, shift it to the side without doing anything, and boom, we have a we have a mirrored image. Aha, easy. And then we just turn this back on. Turn it like this. Okay, here's the annoying part. Does this show in the thing? Are you using a graphics tablet? Yes, I am using a graphics tablet. This is a Huion Inspiroy something something something. It costs $60 Canadian, 60 Canadian bucks, which actually costs like $50, 50 US dollars, and I enjoy it quite a bit. I did want to invest in a, what is it called, display tablet, but those were really expensive. But I still really want. Okay, and here we just add in a new keyframe. Oops, I don't know where that was from. Add a new keyframe, and that will just delete everything. Boom. We are now back in business. Now we can just do the normal. We can animate the eyes normally. I didn't animate the head here properly. Let me go and fix that. Yeah, I didn't put a keyframe here. Right. Back to the face and the eyes, sorry. Change the. Right, let's check it out now. Perfect. Let's do it with this. Right, good. It's good. I can't wait to try out my new share rig when I finish it. Can't finish it now, but it's gonna be so much easier to animate the hair with that. Now the big issue is this. Do I want to just like delete it and not animate it? What happens if I do? Take all of this and just delete it, see what it looks like. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna save it though. Alright. Hello Nate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing great. Hope everybody's doing great today. Okay, now that we have this, now we can finally move on to her animation, because we've been focusing a lot on. Let's go. Yeah. Before we do that, I need to fix her eyes, just like I did. I need here. Nope, wrong one. This one. Take these corners, increase the size. I go here. Yep, that fixes everything. Nice. Okay. Next is. Okay, so how do we want to make her moves? Do I want to add an extra animation layer? Probably do, right? Let's add another one. But the problem is, kind of removes all of the animation layer, all of the summary details we had before. Super annoying. Okay, you know what? For now, let's stick with this one, because this one doesn't have any animation. Okay, let me just do this, and then do this. Yep. Animation layer, yes, that is an add-on. It's an add-on. It's a pretty decent add-on, I'd say. It's paid, but it's a really nice add-on. It basically just makes it a easier to understand NLA editor. So it's the exact same thing, but it's much easier to understand, and you have baking operators as well, which is very nice when you're done with your animation. You don't really need it. It's if you're making like it's like a more advanced way of animating. Doesn't really change your animation workflow. It's just like, for example, I have a walk cycle right now, right? This is a walk cycle, and if I animate arm movements in this, right, you see how there's a bunch of keyframes here. I have to replace each and every one of them. Instead, I can animate on top of these keyframes. That's what animation layers allows me to do, which is useful in specific circumstances, right? So in like when I'm making a fight animation, I most likely will not be using animation layers. But when I'm making like, you know, this, where it's a walk cycle plus something on top of it, yeah, I will use animation layers. Useful when you want to reuse stuff. You're welcome. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be using the animation layers. I'm going to delete all of these. They will write my stuff. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. Duplicate forward. From one is the same as this. Oh, this is the same. Okay, so from here we duplicate. Nice. Okay, something I need to do, I want to do is have it move earlier. Alright, cool. Oh, why isn't this moving? Hello? Eyelid R, eyelid M. There you go. Okay, now let us finish off with some lip sync. Then it's pretty much done. I don't need to do anything else. The other secondary details is this, but I don't want to fiddle with this because I do have a shape key for it. But it's not working right now. As you can see, it's supposed to rotate based off of the leg, but yeah, it's not working. So turn that off, and I'll just deal with it later. I have to find a different way to fix that. Oops. Tongue out, teeth down. I do this. Like this. There we go. I can see it. And boom. There you go. Now we don't want to read that. All right, put you on the side again. Let's continue. Okay, I need to how to do E. It's kind of like a smile, and then this, right? Let's try that again. Maybe the teeth as well. Ew, that does not look good. think this will work. Real isekai vibe. Really? Unless you meant anime. Because isekai is very, very specific. Okay, let's go down, rotate 3. 3. Oh, actually, wait, no, size it in the Y direction. 3, and she starts, she ends up with a spot. And boom. Whoa, okay. This, I don't like this. She speaks way too, well, okay, she doesn't speak. There's way too much keyframes here. Actually, no, that's not why I don't like it. It's because it's not timed with any of the body movements. Okay, then, you know, I'm just gonna pick and choose the best ones. Sweet. There we go. There we go. Wow, what software is this? This is Blender. I've just got the biggest motivation to try your style. Please do. Please do try. I do enjoy it when people try. Hello, Shafi. Welcome to the stream. And also, Fufu Yaya. Welcome. Hope you enjoy your stay. Much better, right? This is why you don't mess up your frames. If you animate in a certain frame, you keep animating on that frame. You don't do any funny business in between. And here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I also noticed that you stopped rotating. Let's find out which one it was. It's none of those. Wait, what? Oh, it's down here, this one. Oops. Ah, none of those. Okay. Guess we'll find out in the graph editor. It has to be this X. There we go. So just want to duplicate this. Oopsie. And now. And we're done. Yay! Okay, how long did that take actually? I'm quite curious. Only an hour and 50. Wow. An hour and 50 to do secondary motion. I mean, it's not fully like polished or anything, but it's a really good start. Okay, so next is just camera angles. They want to change a bit the camera angles. Increase the focal length a little bit. Let's make it a bit higher. And because of that, we also need you to continue. 1, 2, 3. Let's move down here. Just move this away and it's out. Then just move you until you get off the screen, I guess. Okay, and I honestly just want to get out of here. I don't want to see you. Yep, save. Ooh, actually, wait. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Uh-oh. Because we can't do that because your thing is depth of field is due to this, so I can't mess it with it. I can't mess that up. Alright, let's add them some camera shake. Camera shake apply. This is another add-on. Super weak investigation. Let's do 0.025. There we go. Perfect. She disappeared for a second, did she? Right. I guess I blinked when that happened. .05. I'm gonna save this. Before we continue, I want to see if I can find the thing. I made a piece of code that allowed me to synthesize sentences, but I forgot where it was. Blender. Forgot where I put it. Where did I put it? WordMaker. Yeah, it's called WordMaker. Okay, so let me just go. She says, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Let's see if this works, because I made this like a while ago. So I'm gonna open this. Right, you guys can't see it, but I'm opening up Python right now. Right, let it load up, run the code. Okay, and then just delete these two because I don't need them. Copy this. All right, let's go full screen here. Sound output lines 1 and 2. See what this sounds like. Yep. And I need a new voice bank to ask my sister to record some lines for me. Wait, I feel like wait, no, that's not the same as last time. Wait, let me delete this and retry it again. Try again. Again. But where did you find all of these sound? Like, if you're talking about these sound effects, this is from. It says here. What says here? ESMGF is the name of the pack, I guess. But if you're talking about the ones I just put in, that was something I made. Delete, like it's open in Blender. It's not open in Blender, bro. What are you talking about? Can I please delete these? Okay, cool. You don't want to. Let me delete them. I'm gonna make A. There you go. Save, and now redo this. Start. Did it work? Didn't work. Start. There we go. So I need line 6 and line whatever. Let's do this again. No, I don't like how whiny it sounds. But I don't know how to make it better. Good enough. We'll stop here. Yes. I have to update the voices. Guess for now, let's work on the background. Okay, let's turn on this. This is what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. I think we can add in a bit of cloud on the side. That's how we make clouds. So I'm gonna do this only. So we're gonna go into shader object, new material. I'm gonna add in a texture coordinate first. Texture coordinate. Object separate, not separate, XYZ. I need a length, vector math length. Okay, and then plug this on volume, color, like this. Yep. And then add in a linear light. Make color, set it to linear light. Linear light, there you are. Put it here, put in the noise texture, plug in the color, and boom, we got a cloud. Easy peasy. And in a and this so I can make it like a little bit different. And then another noise texture because I want to add in layers. So this one will have stronger effect, but the scale will be much smaller. And in addition to that, I'm gonna increase the bounding on sides. There we go. So we got a cloud now. Put a math node up front and set it to multiply. So I can increase the strength of the cloud. Let's go back in here, and this is what the cloud looks like. I'm gonna increase the size of the cloud. Size the cloud down. Multiply this by 5. Up. Good enough. Increase this. Your streams are like learning Blender and English at the same time. I see. Hope you can learn quite a lot. Okay, so now we have the cloud. Let's increase the size of the cloud. Move it to the side. Let's put the clouds. Oh, this is hella laggy. Okay. That is really laggy. Let's just scatter the clouds around then for now. See what it looks like in render. Is that good or is that bad? That's really bad. Let's not do that. Okay, so no clouds. And this is good enough. I really quite like it. Positive. I'm gonna change it a little bit though, because I think the glow is a little too strong. Number 1. There we go. What can I do to make this slightly better? I could have like leaves falling in, right? That would be something nice. Or I just keep it as is. It's not that bad. Maybe I try 2D clouds. Let's try 2D clouds. Let's go here. Actually, wait, no. I think I can. If I go to my, I think I should have a cloud texture or a cloud material. Let's go to assets, special effects. Right, this is the one. Object. Smoke. Plane. I have a lot of planes. Which one is it? I don't know what it is. The particle. Nope, it's one of the planes. That's on me. Okay, let's see. Which one is it? Let's find out. It's this one. This is called plane 20. Okay, good to know. Now I can undo everything. And Shift F1, play. I already forgot what it was. Darn. 20? What? Oh, my brain. 2. Playing 2. No, got the wrong one. Oh, hello Neo. Welcome. Welcome. Another day where I wake up to a dopamine because my skin was used in another intro animation. That is great news. That is insane news. Now, if only I can remember which goddamn plane it was. It says it's plane 020, but that doesn't exist. Shift F1, plane 0 point, no sorry, plane 0.020. It doesn't exist. What the hell? Oh, Rafi's calling me. No, I can't answer you. I'm streaming, man. Let me reply to him. I'm streaming, bro. Streaming. Get busy. There we go. How do I do it? My updated version of Thor skin was used in an intro template. Oh yeah, he did put that intro. He did put that down. Let's go. You put so laggy. Let's turn off the compositor. Yep, let's go add a mesh. I'm gonna have to remake the whole thing again from scratch, which is fine. I'm used to this. Increase the size, move this to the side, give it a object constraint, down track to camera over 1, make it the z-axis, and let's repeat exactly what we did previously. Object, length, boom, connect the length to this surface, put a color around here, boom, boom, like this, and then we put its color middle, we put a noise texture, like this, then set this to linear light, so it from the middle, and then increase the size of this lightly so it doesn't touch the borders. There we go. I keep forgetting that more popular rig used by both you and Explorer, I think it's the Entertainer rig, I could be wrong, uses 3x3 arms over 3x4 or 4x4, so every time the arms look oddly textured. Not a lot of people actually use the Entertainer rig. It's just me. Explorer uses Ice Cube. I think he uses Ice Cube. Ice Cube is the popular one, and that's I think it's the original, or not Ice Cube specifically, but Darth Lilo was the one. Well, at least that's the one. It's my head canon. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but Darth Lilo was the one who first introduced 3x3 arms. To my knowledge, I might be wrong on that. Someone please double check. Because I remember it was there for the SS Embedded. Because that's when I first used 3x3 arms. And really, that's the only time. Okay, sorry, that's when I switched from using any arm to 3x3 because I just love 3x3. Transparent texture. Not transparent, transparent. Transparent. The SDF. It's here, move this up, here, and RGB. And input RGB. RGB. Boom. Put this here, plug this in here, make this white. Okay, so now increase the scale of this so we get like a nice cloud detail a little bit. I'm gonna go here. I was only. Oh, he's asking what the rest of the monitor is. 25 minutes. 5 something. 1080. Forgot how much I got. Let's change the size of this like this. So now we have these cloud shapes. And move this behind because we don't want it to be too far front. Okay, and then we can have like a lot of clouds. Right. These are clouds. They don't look good. These are clouds. Actually, don't look too bad. Actually, I like how they look. I dig this. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add in an object info right here, and then I'm gonna add in a vector map. Put it right before this. I'm gonna put the random here, and then add in. Okay, sorry, I need to put random into XYZ. So combine XYZ. Wait, does this one work? I think it doesn't matter. I just need one of them. Okay, and then math again. And I have a multiply, set this to really high number by that. Now this will randomize all of these guys. The larger this number, the bigger the difference. Right, now these guys are randomized. In addition to that, I also want to add in clouds and close here. No, okay, these clouds, I'm starting to not like these clouds actually. Don't remember spending that much. Let's see. I think that's enough, honestly. Let's just stick with this. It look like from here. Yeah, this is perfect. Camera effects in. Nice. I like it. The only thing I can do is like add like extra like maybe wind effects going through, and then the swaying of the lamps, right? I'm so used to making skins for the sake of making skins for people to wear them in Minecraft, so I forget to consider they needed to fit to rigs more often. Yeah, that's a thing. I don't play Minecraft anymore, so I don't usually think about it. Because now my skins they look like this. So yeah, can't use this in Minecraft, can you? What are your computer specifications? My computer specifications are I have 64 GB RAM, I have 14K OOS Intel i9 CPU. I think that's what it is. I forget sometimes. 4070 Super RTX. Do you need anything else? Is there anything else? My motherboard is, I don't remember my motherboard. I have a box. I think I either have an 80 watt or a 100 watt PSU. Might be 120. I don't remember honestly, but it's enough to run everything I have. I have liquid, all-in-one liquid cooling, plus fans. And inside my computer, I do have a about a hand size model of my Minecraft original character. I think that's it. Yeah, that's my computer specifications. It's very important that I mention that I have a Minecraft model inside my computer. Very important. I built it. It took me like 10 years to build. 10 years is quite a bit. It took me 5 years to build it because I was, I started off with the 3070, then I upgraded a little bit, then I upgraded a little bit more. So it took 5 years to make. So maybe I am rich, maybe I'm not rich. Okay, I'm done. Now all that's left is to render. And yeah, I need to remove her cape as well. But yeah, this is pretty much done. So one more time, I'm just gonna check it with this. There's thing I want to change here. This is 2. Alright, we are done. Okay, guys. Now that we're done, I guess I'll just have to end the stream here. I guess I'll see you guys maybe... When am I gonna stream next? I'll be busy on Friday. Probably Saturday if I have to go to the graduation. Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Quite a lot. Probably gonna stream whenever I feel like it, but I do like streaming. So, yeah, I'll return when I return. You guys will find out when I stream later. Right. See you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.